Hey guys, welcome to Chase After the Right Price. Today's episode, we're going to go over my eBay sales. 21 items sold over the weekend for $870.25, a great average selling price. So we're going to go over all those with what I paid for them and what they sold for. And then I'm going to tinker with the promoted listings and kind of take you guys with me and figure out if it's necessary to promote at 5% or more to get the sales, or if 1% will still provide the same sales. I had a viewer comment with a notable eBay store about 3 times the size of mine that said they've tested out percentages and they have been promoting at 1% and getting the same amount of sales as when they were doing trending rates or rates higher than 1%. So obviously that would be great because the fees would be significantly less. In this case, you can see my ad fees were $117 with sales of $23.47. If they were 1%, the fees would have been like $23. So we're going to give it a try. I'm going to end this campaign, start a new one on all my listings, and then in the next eBay sales video, I will update and see how it went. So let's do this thing.
Chase after the right price.
So we're going to go ahead and create a campaign. Promoted listings. So if you've never done this before, I recommend trying it. Try it along with me at 1%, see what happens for you. Select listings in bulk. I'm just going to go for everything. 1% additional fees is something that I can certainly be okay with, regardless of when the item was listed. Sometimes I wait like 2 weeks until I do promoted listing. But in this case, if I'm doing it at 1%, I'm good with it. So we'll go ahead and select all, continue. We're not going to exceed trending rates. We're going to apply same rate to all listings at 1%. Continue. Campaign 21. I'm fine with that name. Apparently I've done 21 promoted listing campaigns. And 589 listings. That is all of my listings right now. And let's go ahead and launch it. So it is now being created, and the ads will appear within a few hours. So today is Monday, February 10th. The previous campaign went for 3 weeks. Got 53 sales, which is like 10% of the listings that were promoted in a 3-week period. I'm happy with that because a lot of them were old, stale listings, and the promoted listings definitely helped. So 1%. I'll update you guys next weekend on how that goes. We'll see how many listings sold via promoted. So let's go ahead and go through all of the sales. So right here we've got Microsoft PC game Age of Empires, brand new Age of Empires 2. I've had this for such a long time. Did this sell via promoted? It did not. So somehow I've had this for like ever, and it finally sold for $40 plus $5 in shipping. Buy cost on this was basically nothing because, again, I got this in that huge Apple II PC game lot for $20. So, and I've already made multiple thousands on that lot. That was an amazing purchase. But this one sold for $40 plus $5 in shipping. Buy cost basically nothing. So that's a great sale. And I'm going to go ahead and just get all these open in new tabs so we can go through quickly. And I'll go through each tab one at a time. So kind of the reason I show these is so that you guys can see what I'm buying and what I'm paying, and what's actually selling on eBay. So, you know, when you're out in the wild and you see these types of things, you can be like, hey, that sold. I saw that video, and you can go out there and buy it yourself. So this, honestly, not a great sale. C3PO, this is Is this the big one? No, actually, maybe it's not. Okay, so I think I had like the 12-inch 3PO, and maybe that's already sold. So I think this is a small one, so I'm actually happy with this sale. Free shipping. It'll ship for about $3 or less. And at this point, I have basically nothing into this because it was from a large collection purchase, and I've already well profited on that collection. And this sold for 20 bucks. I'll walk out with about 14 after fees and shipping. So that's a good little sale. It sat for a long time, but 20 bucks, a good price to get for that. This is a Peterbilt, I think it's corduroy hat. I paid very little for this in that eBay inventory purchase. I feel like he made me pay like 20 bucks for the entire bag of hats, and then 20 for the one that sold for 45. So it was about 50 cents a hat maybe that I have into them. And this one sold for $20 shipped. Again, I'll walk out with about 14 bucks after fees with a buy cost of 50 cents. Trucker hats are good. So, this one, Peterbilt, notable brands, they sell well. Toe Jam and Earl. The reason I sold this on eBay is because it is in acceptable condition. You can see the label's all torn up. The game works, but I definitely wanted the buyer to be able to see exactly what they're getting. Clearly, they just wanted a game that's in working condition and authentic and original, which is exactly what they got. For $24.99, that one sat for a long time. I believe that was a promoted listing. Let's check. It wasn't. Okay, but the C3PO and the trucker hat were promoted listings. This one is a record, which is basically art. Could have done better on the picture. That picture's pretty good. That's like a Halloween, terror, horror type of record. And it sold for $12.99 shipped. I'm going to ship it media mail. And I have the record boxes, which you can buy in a lot of 100 for like 50 bucks. Definitely recommend getting those if you're selling that type of thing. This guy paid like $1 or less for at a garage sale in a bundle. And it sold for $40 shipped. Great sale. It's a Ducati user manual. It has a lot of wear, but I think the type of person that wants this and uses this is going to use it out in their shop, and they don't care if it has wear. So, Italy, Ducati. Look out for motorcycle manuals, car manuals. If you can get them in a big lot for cheap, I definitely recommend picking them up. It's something you'll see at garage sales occasionally. This guy, a little Star Wars Transformer, $10 plus $8 in shipping. Probably paid like $2. This came out of the big eBay inventory purchase. I don't love sales that are only for $10, but it's still money. I'll still walk out with about $7 after everything on this one. So $5 in profit. Not too much work goes into it. So we'll take it. This one I'm very happy with. It's been listed for a long time. JVC video camera. Pretty sure I got this at a garage sale for like 20 bucks. It's been a long time. But it sold for $140 on eBay. I think JVC is now restricted on Amazon, so that's why I sold it on eBay. But that's an amazing sale. $140 shipped. Probably going to walk out with like $110 after shipping and fees with a buy cost of $20. $90 profit. That is amazing. Sold these guys. Rancor Keeper. $12.99 for the three of them. Some vintage Star Wars figures just aren't worth that much money. So I put the three together. I'll get like $3 a piece after fees. But the buy cost was very little from that same Star Wars collection as C3PO. This Atari 5200, probably paid about 20 bucks for it. Boy, I'm struggling to remember where this came from, but I don't pay much for these because they do sit for a while. They take a lot of cleaning and whatnot. But it's tested. It works. $140 plus calculated shipping, which was $12.42 standard. So that's a great little sale. Batman, The Brave and the Bold, Season 1, Parts 1 and 2. Been sitting on these for a long time. I bet the promoted listings helped with these ones. Sold for 20 bucks. Going to ship them media mail. Probably had $2 or less into them. It's not something I would pay much for. These manga books sold. I think I took an offer of 15. Let's check. I did 15 plus shipping, $3.86 shipping, and they sold. These came out of the big eBay inventory purchase. Probably got $5 into them, so just about tripled up on that lot. 22 paper dolls. I paid $1 for this. With the case, I didn't realize the case was like original, so that helped the sale. Would I buy them again? I don't know. I sold them for 20 plus 10 shipping. Paid $1. Took them a couple weeks to sell. So obviously the margin is there, but it's just one of those weird lots, kind of hard to list, unique, But hey, the profit's there and it's sold, and I'm happy to get it out of here. Mario Tennis, listed on eBay because of the stickers. Cartridge only. Probably had $7 into it. It came from one of the big like $8,000 collection purchases, and it sold for $18.99 shipped. Should about double up after fees on that one. This I remember I paid $1 at a garage sale for. Young Forever. It's a CD like sealed with poster and everything. Restricted on Amazon, so I came over to eBay, sold it for $28.50 shipped. Great margin there. Been sitting on this one forever. Metroid Prime Trilogy. So this one I had the steelbook case, which came out of the storage unit purchase from a while ago, which was thrown in for free. So the case, the manual, everything is there. And then I was at a show with Mike, who I've bought from a few times on videos, and he sold me the Metroid Prime Trilogy for $35 with the regular case. I threw it in here. Had the case for free, so buy cost was $35. Sold it for $90 shipped. Probably walk out with about $75 after fees and shipping. So $40 profit on that one. Brand new, Another World limited run. I still have a few limited run games from when I was buying them, like a lot. And I'm just about breaking even on these because I think it comes to about $35 shipped on most of the games. So I sold it for $42.95. Gonna ship it, brings it down to $40, and then fees brings it down to about $35, maybe a little less. But I'm happy to have something for them. They're slow sellers unless they're the super popular ones. Cube 2 super rare games. I've sold 2 of them at $44.99. This was one of them. Still have 2 available. Again, slow sellers, but I think I will make a little bit of money on this one, so we'll take it. These I've had for literally like 4 years. This was kind of just a silly listing. 3 Lego Space Police, $10 shipped, but still I walk out with $6. Buy cost is nothing on those. I'm pretty sure they just came out of a big Lego set that I sold and profited on the non-figures, and then the figures I listed on eBay, and $6. We'll take it. Vintage Tonka fire truck and trailer, and see, they're smaller ones. They've been listed for a while. I got these in a big box. Probably paid $20 for the entire box. Sold these for $20 with free shipping. I think they'll still ship first class mail under 16 ounces. So I'll probably walk out with $13-ish after fees and shipping. Buy cost probably about $1 or $2 since I've already made sales from that bundle. This is a great sale. Had about $1 into it. E.T. Drunk Alien. It's brand new from the 80s with some wear, but it sold for $20 with free shipping. And that is all of the sales from the weekend. A good bit of them were promoted. Probably about 10 of them. You can see as I scroll down, sold via promoted listings. Yeah, I'd say about 10 of the 21 were promoted listings at 5%. $870 in sales. So next week's video of eBay sales, we're going to see how the 1% promoted listings go, and if I can get roughly a similar amount of promoted listing sales over the weekend. So stay tuned for that, and I appreciate you guys coming along for today's video. The month of February, I'm doing 3 videos a week, so hit that subscribe button, stay tuned, hit the bell. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is generally when I'm going to upload during this month. So yeah, got a lot of good ones coming out, so stick around, and we'll see you guys next time. Okay, I want to go over a viewer question, and that question is, how did you get started, and how long have you been full-time? So I got started in reselling when I was 8 years old, which is crazy. I'm 26 years old now, so it's been a while. Granny, she's been in a couple videos. She's found some deals. She's a legend. She took me to garage sales every summer, and I looked for sports cards. Those were what was hot in the early 2000s, late 90s. So that's what I did. I loved them, and I sold some of them on eBay, profited a little bit. And man, when you're an 8-year-old kid finding stuff that you can profit on and buy whatever video game you want, whatever Pokemon card or sports card, that just like is life changing. It just created this thrill of the find in me. So I continued on all the way through high school on a part-time basis. Never really had to have a real job because that always provided pretty good income for me, especially as a kid. You don't need much money. And then in college, I continued doing it part-time, got it to a place where it made sense to make the jump into full-time. So I have a degree in food marketing, a bachelor's degree from Western Michigan University. I never used it. I don't use it, at least professionally. Maybe I learned a little bit from college, but I was always building up my side hustle while reducing risk and still getting that degree in case my side hustle didn't work. It's a full-time hustle now. It has been for 3 or 4 years. It was definitely a conversation that I had with my wife, Alyssa, something that we needed to be on the same page about. And we said we're going to give it a 2-year trial and just see what happens. If it doesn't work out, I'll go into food marketing. If it does, we'll keep doing it. And well, it's been about 4 years now, so it's working. It's great, and it is a blessing to be able to do what I love for a living.
Chase after the right price.